Monitoring deer impact to forest plants is important for any woodland owner. One way to monitor these impacts is through the AVID program. AVID stands for Assessing Vegetation Impacts of Deer. I'm going to explain to you how to set up AVID plots for both wildflowers and woody seedlings in 5 easy steps. First, let's go over some of the materials needed to complete the plot setup. This includes a clipboard, pens and pencils, data sheets, flags, a 6-foot string, 2 12-foot strings, PVC pipes, stakes, tags, a permanent marker, and either a yardstick or tape measure. Some other helpful materials include a compass, a plant identification guide, and a GPS. But if you have a smartphone, you can download various apps that can replace these items. For the other items, they can usually be purchased from companies like forestry suppliers. Before you begin setting up your plots, it is important to walk around the area and familiarize yourself with the property and the plants within it. When selecting an area for your plots, it's important to avoid permanent standing water, exposed rock, steep slopes, and dense canopies. Plots must also be at least 50 feet away from human disturbance and the forest edge. It's also important to keep plot centers at least 25 feet apart. After we have chosen our area, we will pick 1 to 3 species to sample. When selecting species to sample, it's helpful to pick species that vary in preference by deer. Make sure your area contains 30 or more individuals from each species. When sampling woody seedlings, you want to make sure that most of your individuals are between 2 and 3 feet tall. However, it's also okay if they are short as 6 inches or as tall as 4 feet. For the spring wildflower method, you could use species like sweet cicely, trillium, and Canada mayflower. On the other hand, for the woody seedling method, you could use species like white ash, sugar or red maple, and oak. For a full list of species you can use, check out the Monitoring Deer Impact publication in the video description below. Now we're going to start setting up our 6 plots. Step 1 is to establish a center. We're going to take a permanent marker and write on our PVC pipe our plot number. Step 2 is creating your quadrants. Tie your 6-foot string to the center stake, then place a flag at the end of your string in each cardinal direction. We will then lay out 2 12-foot strings reaching from north to south and east to west using the flags we just placed. This will give us our 4 quadrants. In step 3, we will start tagging plants. Whether you are tagging wildflowers or woody seedlings, you should try and tag at least 1 individual in each quadrant. To tag plants, write the species and the plant number on the tag. For the spring wildflowers, you need to put the tag on a stake, not the plant, as a new stem will emerge each year. For the woody seedling, you can place the tag right on the individual. In the 4th step, we will be measuring the height of the seedlings and wildflowers. When measuring wildflowers, it's important to measure from the litter surface to the tallest stem. Do not pull on the wildflower to make it upright. You should also mark whether the plant is flowering at this time. When recording the height of a seedling, the same rule applies that you should not pull or straighten out the seedling when recording the height. Once we have recorded the height of all of our individuals, for our final step, we will fill out the rest of our data sheet. Using either a cell phone or GPS device, record the latitude and longitude from the center of the plot. Next, mark whether the plot is enclosed or protected from deer by circling yes or no. Then, you're going to visually estimate and record the % ground and shrub cover, subcanopy, and canopy cover. Finally, add the date, recorder names, and the plot number. If you wish to record basal area, you can do so. After you've completed all of these steps, you're going to repeat these steps for 5 more plots. You can create more than 6 plots to reach your 30 individuals per species, but must do at least 6 plots. When you've completed all the plots, you should fill out the site data sheet before leaving the area. You will be leaving behind your center stakes and tags to resample in the following years to continue to monitor how deer impact your forest vegetation. Once your data has been collected, you can enter it into the AVID portal at aviddeer.com. The website makes interpreting the data easy by instantly creating graphs that compare the average height of species, protected and unprotected plots, and more. Overall, this data is meant to help landowners monitor deer habitat conditions and impacts. For more information on how to monitor deer impacts in your forest, check out the publication Monitoring Deer Impacts in the video description below.